Well, I can't see anything happening here, but I'm going to read it anyway. Chapter 33. Esau met Jacob after 20 years. After 5,000. Jacob bowed 7 times before Esau rushed to fall on his neck and kiss him. What's up? Who are all these people? This is my family. What's with all the gifts you send me? So you forget you want to kill me. I have enough without your gifts, but you have the face of God. Okay, then I'll accept your gifts. Esau wanted to join Jacob in his pilgrimage back home, but Jacob insisted they would be too slow. I can assign you some men. No, don't bother. You go on ahead. Esau took his men and gifts back to Seir. Jacob took a different route and built a house. Jacob went at last to the city of Shechem in the land of Canaan, bought a piece of land from the children of Hamor, made an altar, called it El, God of Israel. So there you go, the building of altars again. And he built a house. So I guess with his riches that he had won or stole or earned from his father, stepfather, no, father-in-law, uncle, father-in-law, uncle. And he was a bit paranoid about Esau. And I think we'll take this Esau-Jacob story a little bit and work it out to the present day, where we get to the point where we're not going to have hunters and gatherers anymore. That's behind us. There's no way of going back to that, unfortunately. And it's not necessarily a better way than what we could have, but it's probably a better way than we do have. But the way we do have may lead us to, well, it may lead us to outer space, which we should be thinking about soon. Not because it's going to save us, but because it's the way we are. We are spacefaring monkeys. We just haven't got around to it yet. And I think the time where Esau and Jacob have to be at war needs to come to an end. There has to be a truce between the liars and the thieves and the honest worker. And that could happen. And it sort of happened. I think Esau and Jacob have realized that there has to be a compromise, that if we're going to survive on this planet, there has to be wilderness, there has to be places for the other animals, there has to be fresh air from trees. It won't be enough just to have trees and whatnot. I mean, we've got a lot more work than that to do. We've got to clean up this place. Cleaning up the air is going to be a 100-year project, and we have to get started on that, taking the carbon out of the air. And there'll probably be a project putting aerosols up in the atmosphere to reflect the sun. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about that with Jacob and Esau, but we're trying to see if there's any kind of a story in this story. Maybe there isn't. Maybe we're just trying to read into it as much as we can. One of these days, we're just going to put it behind us. We get more stories. Thousands and thousands of stories are being written today. Everybody's writing a bloody book. They're not all good, but most of them are better than this.